round one of Diagnose a Face.
So the first one is Joe Rogan when he's young and then when he's older. And he's had quite a bit of facial change.
Wow.
Yeah, that's young
That
Joe
is
Rogan.
interesting. His face has squared up enormously.
I say let's
You
look
know,
at
he's a nice looking boy, but you see how much it's getting broader. It's like he's he's getting wider and wider and wider, this face here.
So
You
he's
know,
known to have taken testosterone. He does TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. Could the testosterone, the steroids, have made his face wider?
well, yeah, because they're going to build up the muscle tone, aren't they?
Mm.
You know, what we know from the research, I mean, Kiliadis does this research where he's just saying that, you know, the more you chew, the wider the face gets. And they do the research where they take guinea pigs and they give one group of guinea pigs this tough chow. You know, these are chow pellets so that they've got to chew through, and they're really tough chow pellets. And they give the other group of guinea pigs, they give them exactly the same pellets, but they've been soaked overnight in water.
Mm.
So they're soft. And you get one grows with these big, well, normal, you know, craniofacial structure for a guinea pig, and the other guinea pig has narrower facial structures because they're eating softer food. I mean, when you stop to look at the research behind this, it is everywhere, in every direction. And yeah, no, Jordan, Joe Rogan's face has got wider. You can see it. You know, it's this area of the face that's filled in.
So why is
Mind you,
so he's gotten a wider jaw, obviously from chewing more from the.
I'd imagine that it's not just from chewing. I imagine it's just this latent level of strength within his jaws. And it's just this latent lens. We refer to it as muscle tone, but I think we probably need to add a few words into the lexicon here because, you know, people claim you can't change muscle tone. And I refer to it now as the muscle effect. But I think I think his tongue is not been on his roof of his mouth as much. When I look, he seemed to have developed more here and developed less here. You know, I talk about the inner and outer U, and he's definitely developed the outer U in his face, and the inner U hasn't been developed. So the inner U is the tongue on the roof of the mouth. This develops this area here, and the outer U is this area of the jaw here.
Okay, and would you say Joe Rogan might have sleep issues at all? What could you diagnose him with anything?
I think he's far less likely than someone like Jordan Peterson. But you don't know. You notice he's got this forward head posture. He's a little bit like this, so he's holding his tongue forward, and his forehead is sloping a little bit. So you know the whole of the craniofacial structure has swung back to some degree. One of the difficult things with sleep apnea is there's such a big range of things. You know, it's notoriously difficult to diagnose sleep apnea because, well, for example, we use a 20-channel diagnostic system. So there's 20 different things they're measuring at night, and they still struggling to diagnose sleep apnea because you've got some kids who breathe like this at night, and they have poor craniofacial structure, but they compensate, and then they don't have actual symptoms.
Okay, can we go on to the next person?
Yep, please do.